Slaves may have been prevented from reading, writing, and communicating with one another. However, because we are a crafty people, we found another way to communicate and find liberation. The women would weave the maps in their hair, carving out paths with their cornrows. Some patterns were even utilized to deliver secret messages, hide and store food, seeds, used as a staple of one's beauty, tribe, age, etc. There are so many elaborate styles worn by men, women, and children, which has given way to people who call themselves braidologists, and to these people who love their craft and work their magic into amazing works of art. I am in awe of how the braid vision comes to life in the end. Nowadays, braids are a protective and creative style women use to show off their personal style, their creativeness, or protect their hair and scalp. But centuries before, braids were much more than just a hairstyle. Braids are a part of the tribal customs in Africa. The braid patterns signify the tribe and help to identify the member of the tribe. The cultural significance and roots of braiding can be traced back to the African tribes. There are many interesting beliefs associated with braids. Braid patterns or hairstyles indicated a person's community, age, marital status, wealth, power, social position, and religion. Depictions of women with cornrows have been found in Stone Age paintings in the Tassili Plateau of the Sahara and have been dated as far back as 3000 BC. There are also Native American paintings as far back as 1000 years showing cornrows as a hairstyle. This tradition of female styling in cornrows has remained popular throughout Africa, particularly in the Horn of Africa and West Africa. Historically, male styling with cornrows can be traced as far back as the early 19th century to Ethiopia, where warriors and kings such as Tewodros II and Johannes IV were depicted wearing cornrows. Elaborate patterns were historically done for special occasions like weddings, social ceremonies, or even war preparations. People belonging to a tribe can easily be identified by another tribe member with the help of a braid pattern or style. Immense importance is given to the custom of braiding. The person who braids hair performs it as both a ritual and a social service. It is an art form taught by the senior female member of the family to her daughters and close friends. This history of braids goes even deeper when you talk about Colombia. Enslaved Africans first started arriving in Colombia in the 16th century, brought there by Spaniards who colonized the area. The Afro-Colombian hairstyles have origins from these times of slavery, when women would sit to comb their children's hair after a back-breaking day of labor. The braids were often used to relay messages between slaves, signal that they were going to escape, or even used to keep golden seeds to help them survive after they would run away. Because women slaves were initially perceived as a lesser threat, they would hide symbols and items in their hair that would mean various things. Although they were raped and treated as sexual objects to the slave master, their crown carried messages of hope and freedom.